Hello, everybody. Welcome to Law and Society. Today I'm going to talk to you about two things. First is Tom Homan saying that ICE arrests U.S. citizens every day. And second, about a memo that was leaked from ICE that allows ICE agents without judicial warrants to break into people's homes. So welcome to Law and Society. Please remember to subscribe and let's talk about this. First of all, Homan says ICE arrests U.S. citizens every day. Kristi Noem said ICE does not arrest U.S. citizens. So we first have to figure out which one of them is lying. It seems more like Kristi Noem is lying because what we have seen and people have experienced in America is that ICE is abducting and kidnapping American citizens. And note, ICE and Customs Enforcement does not have the jurisdiction or the police power to go after U.S. citizens. Their jurisdiction is limited to the enforcement of immigration and customs enforcement laws. And Homan is openly saying that ICE is doing something that it has no power to do legally. So American citizens and Americans and people in America need to raise their voices against this encroachment into the lives of U.S. citizens by Immigration and Customs Enforcement that has no jurisdiction whatsoever to stop or seize an American citizen. Going along with that, there was a memo that was drafted in May 2025 that was just leaked in which ICE says that ICE has the authority in case of immigration judges ordering final removal orders for undocumented immigrants, that ICE has the authority in those cases to barge into people's homes without consent and in order to conduct an arrest and removal without a warrant of a federal judge. The ICE director has authorized them to forcibly enter certain people's homes without a judicial warrant. This warrant is based on the final order of removal from an immigration judge. And despite it being called a warrant, this is not a judicial warrant that is required under the Fourth Amendment for you to enter somebody's home. It is a grave violation of our privacy rights and a violation of the Constitution when DHS barges into your home on the basis of Form I-205, and it simply is not constitutional or legal. Before entering, they are creating a procedure. ICE creates a procedure of knocking and announcing and stating their purpose, and even if they don't open the door, then they can use only necessary and reasonable force to enter the residence, which means ramming the door. That's the only way to open the door. And that is prohibited by the Fourth Amendment. Regardless of whether the officer has probable cause to arrest the suspect, and officers who enter homes of people to make an arrest must have a judicial Article 3 judge warrant or magistrate warrant, or consent from people inside the house, or an emergency circumstance which is not present when people are simply in their houses and not allowing ICE to break in and violate their right of privacy. When an ICE agent enters a home without consent, armed with only an administrative warrant, it is a constitutional violation that goes to the heart of the Fourth Amendment. And DHS's own policies before this particular memo adhered to Fourth Amendment requirements and did not barge into people's homes. So this is an escalation by the federal government that violates people's Fourth Amendment rights and allows ICE agents who have very limited jurisdiction in terms of what they can do. They can only enforce immigration and customs law. They are allowing these people, on the basis of administrative warrants that are not judicial warrants under the Constitution, to break into people's homes. And nothing could be more illegal. And every single person who has this home invasion happen, they have a cause of action, a lawsuit against the federal government. They need to know that. And they need to sue the federal government for invasion of privacy, of intention infliction of emotional distress, and whatever other cause of action their lawyers tell them to. So if you are in a position where you fear that your home is going to be invaded by ICE, or if your home has been invaded by ICE, you need to know that you have the right to sue the federal government in civil court for the damages and the harms that they have caused by illegally invading your privacy. Keep your voices up. Keep telling people about this, that ICE is violating our Fourth Amendment rights explicitly by instruction from ICE director. And that needs to be adjudicated in court. But that said, thank you for listening, and I will talk to you soon.